What is hearsay evidence and why is it controversial? Imagine hearing a story from someone who wasn't there and then using that story to decide if someone is guilty or not. That's what hearsay evidence is all about. It's an out-of-court statement used in court to prove what the statement says is true. For example, if a witness testifies about what someone else said outside of court to prove that the statement is accurate, that is hearsay. It can be spoken words, written notes, or even gestures meant as statements. Hearsay is usually not allowed in court because the person who made the statement isn't there to answer questions. Cross-examination is a key part of trials where lawyers challenge witnesses to test their truthfulness. Without that chance, the court can't be sure if the statement is reliable. The main reason for excluding hearsay is to protect the defendant from being convicted based on secondhand information that can't be checked or challenged. But the controversy begins because sometimes hearsay contains important or truthful information. Courts understand this tension and have created many exceptions to the hearsay rule. These exceptions include statements made under stress, like excited utterances, or records kept in the normal course of business. If a statement is considered trustworthy enough or necessary, it might be allowed despite being hearsay. From a criminal defense point of view, the hearsay rule is a safeguard. It prevents prosecutors from relying on statements they can't cross-examine. Defense lawyers often object to hearsay evidence to keep the trial fair. However, they also need to be aware that some hearsay might be admitted under exceptions, which can make defending a case more complicated. Knowing about hearsay helps defense attorneys decide what evidence to challenge or accept. It guides them on whether to call witnesses who made certain statements or to testify themselves to avoid hearsay issues. It also helps identify when hearsay should be excluded to protect the defendant's rights. In simple terms, hearsay evidence is an out-of-court statement used to prove what it says. It's controversial because it raises questions about trustworthiness and fairness. The rules protect defendants by excluding statements that can't be tested in court, but exceptions exist for statements that are reliable or necessary. For criminal defense, understanding hearsay is essential to ensuring a fair trial and preventing wrongful convictions based on unchallenged secondhand information.